cedi 80 pesos for an abled man. 1 cedi 80 pesos. 3 square meal. So I asked you this morning if your cocoa, how much, did you spend for cocoa or your banku or your, how much is one bowl? And you're supposed to perform magic and feed them 1 cedi 80 pesos, 3 square meal. So there are a lot of constraints that we have. Then, as usual, as we all know, people in addiction and in recovery, they relapse. So sometimes they relapse, they are disappointed, but we encourage them that as a process, you get through. Then, after the expiration of their sentences, the follow-up, it becomes difficult. Some people give us contact lines and all that. They only go home and they realize that they didn't get Ghana card, so the SIM has been blocked and they can't use. Then aftercare to social welfare has their issues. So when sometimes they go and we want to, follow up, but there's a hurdle there, some bottlenecks, and we are trying to work around this. Then our conclusion is that we've realized that RAP is a prevention and self-help group, peer group intervention, and something that has to come to stay, and something that has brought us a lot of success in our addiction recovery and treatment program. So we hope we can continue that. And also even people with disabilities. We are now using it for even people with mental health issues and all that, even those with physical. So someone this is not even for here, is hypertensive, his BP is skyrocketing, has always been skyrocketing. You come, you talk to him, you introduce the person to RAP, then he comes for a BP profile, and the person is doing very well. The BPs are even coming down. Then you start thinking about, do I change the pharmaceutical agent? Do I change them? Because doing excellent. So that is how far, and that's the success story of Ghana Prison Service. I'll let Professor Wale take a last bite, and if my boss will do so, then we draw a curtain close to this presentation.
Over 35,000 individuals have developed their RAP. 12 countries. Dr. Mary Ellen Copeland, the founder, is my peer. RAP is peer-led. We don't come to the space with our titles. We check them at the door. Because we all have mental health experiences. According to neuroscientists, they say those labels in the DSM manual that we use for prescriptions, none of them have any laboratory test results. The neuroscientists also say that the promotion of those man-made labels is a disservice to society and create negative images. RAP, to my recollection, was first researched, University of Illinois in Chicago, Department of Psychiatry, Dr. Judith Cook. But since that time, there's been numerous scientific research, not only in North America, but around the world. I asked one, I would say, leader yesterday, I don't remember, when are we going to seize the opportunity to do the research of RAP in Africa? Sometimes, in Malaysia, they want to know, well, will it work in Malaysia? Will it work in Ghana? Will it work in Australia? Unequivocally, yes. Why? Because it's science. It's based on objectivity, not subjectivity. It has nothing to do with your culture, geography, religious belief, or philosophy. And yet, it speaks to all of those human narratives. Why not? Mary Ellen Copeland told me 15 years ago, Wally, I don't know anything about the international arena, and if you think you can carry it there, take it. And I did. The first audience was ATTC. I was motivated because I met 25 high school students from Canada who did their research, heard about rap, and the administration said, oh, we want rap not to deal with the crisis, but to deal with accelerating academic success for our students. And they became rap facilitators. And then began to peer lead others of their peers. So rap does not just deal with challenges, but it also deals with opportunities, healthy relationships, promotion on the job. Why? Because you get all fixed and anxieties and other helps you navigate through life. It's not just for the issues that sometimes become a life challenge. We could go on and on and on. But I have always asked Dr. Achampong, when are we going to do the research study of rap in Ghana so that the other 53 countries in Africa can benefit? I want to pass the mic to Dr. Achampong, and please have questions. Ask us difficult questions, not small.
Can we have some questions, please? First question here. Please come to my side here so that you can respond to the questions.
Yes, all right. Thank you very much. My name is Maxwell Dalaba. I'm so impressed about the presentation of rap. Generally, I was just trying to see the essence of this research. If it's about effectiveness, or it's about the adoption of this rap in Ghana or not. If so, then was there a control group? Because the effect could be due to chance. There's a need to have a control group to see whether it is due to chance or not. In addition, did you consider some background characteristics? Because it involves the use of technology, phones. If you are illiterate or you cannot use a smartphone, can you use this? And the last one is, if it's self-used, there's a problem about reminders. If I'm off the prison yard, what happens? There needs to be a central control to keep reminding the person to go to rap. I don't know whether all these are considered. Thank you.
There's a hand up there. So you have 3 questions now. He would ask one more question, then you can respond to all that. Then have the set. And let me have the mic there.
Thanks, Prof. Mutazamil, that we should ask difficult questions, and we want to ask difficult questions. So my first question is, can you expand on the theoretical foundations of rap? As I was listening to you, I saw a number that were cutting across. I've seen behavioral activation, I've seen motivational enhancement, I've seen even a bit of CBT also. So I want to know what really is the theoretical underpinnings of rap. The second question is, can you take us through the adaptation process? I think I'm not sure that came out very clearly. The challenges with some of these interventions that we have to borrow is about cultural adaptation. And if you can take us through that, that would really be helpful. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think the first one is with respect to whether the presentation, whether it's a scientific process, whether it was with control groups and cohorts. The presentation is Wellness Recovery Action Plan, a self-tool in creating humane corrections for addicts in Ghana. So it is an intervention in situations of addiction, because we have seen that, as at yesterday, we mentioned that about 90% of people who commit crime and they find themselves in custody is as a result of substance abuse. So as prison service, as corrections, we need to put in interventions to help these people in rehabilitation. So this was a complementary tool in our addiction treatment, rehabilitation and recovery program. And we saw that it has come to help us. So it's something that has to be presented to people for them to know that it's a self-help tool and you can adapt it. So that is why this presentation is on. Secondly, there was issues about whether rap is proven, and this is the scientific proof. The first one that was done, and there has been several peer-led review articles on rap. Third question that dealt with self-help. What about the remands? And the remand people, there has to be something to remind them whether